Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Elisa Maria Designs. I am Elisa Maria. Welcome back if you're back. Welcome if you are new. Today is Wednesday, March 5th, and the canvas that I am working on today is a continuation of getting to know the artist Ivan Valikovic on his canvas, Vision of the Past. So before we start, I have a few new things that I want to show you guys. I was actually busy cleaning a few things up, and I have my alcohol and my microfiber towel, and I wanted to let you guys know, if you don't know this already, I know that I didn't, when you have a microfiber towel, they're great. I mean, just water, but I'm using alcohol because I'm dealing with putty and stuff. You don't throw these in the dryer. When you wash these, hang them up, because if you throw them in the dryer with a dryer sheet, they will get a coating on top, and then all their magic just disappears. So let me show you what I got. Let me show you what I'm doing. I'm going to turn the camera around. So other than what I am working on today, other than this beautiful canvas, is cleaning up my tools a little bit. And it seems that all my nail stuff comes out. You guys that know me, that you've been here, you know that I use a cuticle nipper. This is designated just for diamond painting. Should I have an oopsie, I have to pull a drill off. It's able to grab it very nicely with its jaw teeth here and pull it up. I don't have to be worried about this, which is super sharp. And I'm always afraid I'm going to be puncturing my canvas. So I have a better control with my hand too. So that was one thing I wanted to show you guys. The other thing was I was cleaning out my multi-placers and my single placers. And I use a little alcohol on the multi-fiber rag. What did I do with it? Right here. Just to get along the sides of it, get any, anything that's like getting a little messy here. I do have one of my pens that comes out of the kit. Now I had wax in here. So if you now want to change to putty, it's very difficult because wax and putty, you'll put your putty in there, it'll fall right out, and vice versa. So I took one of my little Q-tips that I would use with my nails, and I get in there and I clean in there with alcohol. I gave it a good clean. I'm going to see how that works. I don't know if I'm going to be using this on this canvas, but I just want to see if I had wax in there, if the putty stays in. So let me get rid of this. That's all done. And I cleaned my long placer. I'm finding that with this canvas, with the Dreamer Designs new canvas, tighter field, I believe it's only the square canvases, that using my Diamond Art Club multi-placer super thin. Now these are my thin ones from Star Ore, and you can tell even the Diamond Art Club ones are even thinner than that, right? Yeah, that's all I use is the Star Ore. I like the plastic ones because they have a little give to them, but I'm having to use this with this particular canvas because just the line is perfect to get in there. This canvas is tight. It's not tight that you are pulling, drills are popping out, because I've certainly had canvases that were so tight and you get the drill in there and then you notice, somewhere else on the canvas to get that drill in there, you had to pop another one out. So no good. ARTDOT putty. This is their blue putty. I have a little piece here that I work with because when I take the old putty out, you can actually just put it on the side, and once you get a nice little bit, you can reuse this again. You can even add some new putty in there, but it is reusable at least for one time. Like, I know when this is ready to go, it just stops picking up. So that's something else that I wanted to tell you guys. I actually cleaned my container up. I had opened this one day on camera and I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? What is it with me? I can't open up ARTDOT containers anymore. I'm traumatized. Here we go. This one does open very easily. I'm just being silly. So This is a mix of old and new. And what I do is, here's some that I have taken out of the, where'd it go? I've taken out of the multi-placers already. And so what I do is I do this. So sometimes when I'm just thinking about things, I used to do this when I used to sketch with the rubber eraser that you have. And then what I do is I put this in between a piece of release paper, and I'll make a little ball, and then I'll just roll it out with a pen, you know, on top. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I have a piece of release paper right here. So I'll take a piece of release paper and I'll put it right in between, like that. And then I'll get a pen, my diamond painting pen, and I'll roll it out like a rolling pin. And then what I do, see how it gets nice and shiny again. It reminds me of silly putty, if you're old enough to remember that. And sometimes I just leave it in there because I don't want to keep the, you know, limited space. Sometimes I'll just keep it in there. Keep it with my canvas if I need to refill, which I usually don't. But this is nice and neat now. And so once I got that all together, what had happened was ARTDOT came out with a pink putty. See, these are their blue trays. So they had the blue putty. It said keep calm and diamond paint. But on the back of these, it says no cats allowed. I don't know if I got a second set and it actually said keep calm and diamond paint on the back. I think it may have. I think they're downstairs. So it was nice that they came out with a reissue. And they're like, I like when things are uniform. So these are like almost the same size. So they came out with these new trays that I, of course, went and got Dottin' and Chillin'. I actually like these trays. I like them a lot. They stack really nicely. I keep one out as an extra so that when I have to, you know, put the drills back in their containers, I use it as a lid. But one of my subscribers said it would be really nice if they made a lid for these and you know, they could have put their energy into that, put a lid on these so that we don't have to, you know, sacrifice one tray for a lid. Good idea. ARTDOT, are you listening? But they came out with their ARTDOT Diamond Painting Putty Wax, strong stickiness, reusable, exclusive storage. And I said, let's get it. So let me open this up here. I can't wait to throw the box away. Does anybody else have this problem opening up boxes? I do. So this is going to get thrown away. Boom. There you go. It's thrown right across the room. And oh, how cute. They came out with a little pink. Now the other one is a blue one. I don't know if I have that one up here. I think I have it downstairs. Throw this away. We're all done with it. Goodbye. Dottin' and Chillin'. Here we go. You open up. I have this one backwards. How cute. Very cute. Let me turn this tray around. Turn this around. The right way. There we go. Dottin' and Chillin'. It's, it has plastic just on the top. So I'll be a little bit neater with this one. I love it. All of a sudden I caught the pink fever and I'm loving pink things. Here we go. Here's my little pen. Put that there. Here's my tools ready to go. Here's my extra putty should I need it. And my cuticle nippers. And here's just to, not only just to fill this, but do I have my little X-Acto? Let me put these away since I'm done with these. I'm going to take my X-Acto knife out. Now I'm going to want to use a pink pen. But I have wax in here too and I didn't clean this out. But I might want to use a pink pen. But I wanted to make a point that I still use these pens. I don't throw them away, even though I have an array of diamond pens, because this is all you need. And I always feel like I should be saying that more often. If you're a new diamond painter, and I understand you want to get all the goodies, you want to get the matching washi paper, washi tape, and you want to get really nice trays and all the little goodies and stuff. If you're a new diamond painter and you're saying, yes, this is a craft for me, I want to invest in something, get yourself a tray. And these are so affordable. You get 10 of them. They're under 10 bucks. They stack. You'll get 6 of the large. You'll get 4 of the small. I had the small out earlier because I was catching up on Chosen, but you get 4 of them and they're interlocking. You can lock these together. If you're a new diamond painter, you can make a little palette if you want to. They do, snap together. That's always fun to do. There you go. So if you had to get something, get yourself a tray first. Get rid of those little plastic white ones. They serve a purpose. I did a little tip with those. I had so many of them, and I was actually talking to, I think, Diamond Paint. No, it was actually John this morning, one of my subscribers, and he was saying that he bought the tray bricks, which you're going to see when I start diamond painting this. He bought the tray bricks, but he lives in Canada, and he bought the tower, and for a while there he was using the box that the Diamond Art Club canvas comes in to make his own tower. I'm like, you're really crafty, because I was using a shoebox at one point, and I was putting my trays in I had so many of the white trays that come with the diamond paintings. I was putting the white trays in the lid of the shoebox, and then when I had to leave, where I was leave my desk, I would use the bottom of the shoebox upside down to cover it. So yeah, it's really funny. So get a tray, get yourself some trays. That would be what I would say as a new diamond painter, if you want to invest a little bit. And then, when we have these special events like Drillin' and Chillin' and Summer with the Masters, so many of the diamond painting companies get involved where you can get some really good deals and discounts. So keep that in mind if you're a new diamond painter. So where am I now? So working with this canvas, we're going to get into working with this canvas. Working with this canvas, I'm going to say that this field has gotten tight. Now, this is Diamond Dreamer Designs response to, I've never had a problem with Dreamer Designs canvases, but I guess they were listening to the feedback, and diamond painters wanted a tighter drill field, and they got it, let me tell you. Now, I don't know if it is because, let me move my little camera down. I don't know if it is because I just took a small section here, because I really didn't know what am I going to be dealing with here with this small section, with this canvas in particular. It's a tighter field. This is confetti, and I just want to take a little baby bite of this. So I didn't do a full 10 by 10, 4 by 4 inch block, okay? It's either 4 inches by 4 inches or 10 centimeter by 10 centimeter block, the way that we meter out our canvas to do little sections at a time. So I only did this size of a section. Let me move you down here. So I don't know, maybe because I took such a small section, I'm going to see today when I begin diamond painting a larger section. Well, I have that section first. Well, maybe I'll skip that section. I think that's what I'm going to do. And I'll come up here. I'll come up in this section here, the next row, with a 10 by 10 centimeter. So what I find is that I can use my multi-placer to multi-place, but as I start filling in my drills, it's getting harder for me to use my multi-placer to get in there. So I saw this on Amazon also. It's where I got my ARTDOT putty also, but if you want to go right to ARTDOT, check my description. I have an affiliate code. You can go right to ARTDOT and get 10% off with my code, Elisa10. So I went to Amazon and got my ARTDOT putty. I get my ARTDOT trays from there. I saw this, an Ergonomic diamond painting pen. Oh God, there's another box I have to open. But I did open this up already because I wanted to get it loaded up so that you guys didn't have to watch me load a pen. So I had a pen like this when I was working in the medical field. I would sit in on every exam with my doctors, and I would take notes of whatever it was. They were examining a patient, and I would take notes by hand rather than them doing dictation. I would do it in shorthand, and it was a lot of work. So I had this great pen that doesn't want to come out of the box. There we go. Goodbye. So this looked exactly like, in fact, I think I still have my pen. It was blue. So it comes in a great little case here, and it has a little snap feature here. Yep, I have it upside down. It did come with a plate of wax. It did come with this little silicone, you know, they usually give you the rings, but this came like a whole bit of like a rope. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm not going to be putting this rope around here and cutting it and trying to make it fit. I know that I'm not going to do that. So let's see here. And it's written in, is it German maybe? Yeah. So these do screw in. They don't push in. Are there? Okay. Yeah. Find a hole in the pin head. Oh, okay. And you thread it through. Insert the metal tip with the silicone strip. I'm going to see if I can put this in, get away without doing all this. Hopefully I can. Use only when the pen tip is loose. So I don't think that I'm going to have this problem, but let me see. So I had a pen like this when I used to do a lot of writing, and it goes in like this. And let me tell you what else I like about this. There's a little finger grip here, and there's one here, and you can rest your finger right there. Okay, so one thing that I liked about the pen that I used to write with is that your hand is in the right position to hold a pen. Now, I would teach very young children art, and when I had to do anything really that wasn't done on a phone, they really had a hard time getting the instruction. But I would watch when they would hold a pen or a crayon or a pencil, and they would hold it like this, or they would hold it all different funky ways. And I'd be like, wow, these kids, they really didn't learn. Well, penmanship was taken out of the schools. They really didn't learn how to hold a pen correctly. That's how you would hold a pen correctly. And thank God now I see a lot of penmanship books coming back where this generation is like, they don't know how to write their name. They don't know how to sign their name. And they're trying to learn not calligraphy, but penmanship, how to sign their name. Okay. So I was like, I think what I want to do is maybe try this pen out, because it also had these ergonomically correct tips. You get an aligner here. It's kind of sweet too, because they have like a little feature here where there's like little diamonds in there, and I guess also like just a little design on there. Maybe it's a way of, because I see them on here too, or maybe this is just a way of they're saying this is a 3-placer. There's a little diamond design on there, and this is like a little single placer. So there's little diamonds just on the side. So let's see how it says that this screws in. So being that or they did say to turn it, didn't they? Yeah. Or that maybe they were saying that it turns 360 degrees. Maybe that's what they were saying. So let's just press this in. Those little diamonds are hurting my hand there though. Oh, I think one of them just fell out. They did. Okay. Well, thank you for the sweet little design, but not really practical turning these in. So I'm going to turn this in, and I think what I want to do is when I'm working on this canvas and I'm getting into single placing is see how this works. Because I can tell just looking at this, it's going to be too wide for me to get in there. But I did put some putty in there. So this is something else, or if you have like carpal tunnel, if you are a dotter and you don't use a multi-placer, this might be a nice little design because you can actually see where you're going when you are diamond painting. So these were my little finds and little tips for today. Let's get to diamond painting. Hi again. Upon editing this video, it was so long. It was like almost 2 hours. I split the new products that I'm using and the diamond painting into 2 videos. So look for the second video on Ivan Valakovic and the Dreamer Design new canvas. It really became teachable moments, which was another reason why I wanted to pause this and break it off into 2 videos. I'll show you what I did complete though. So here is the area that we will be working on, and I will see you in video number 2.